Good evening, everyone. So I'm over here. I'm uploading videos and just enjoying the sunset, and feel like watching everybody go out and get the last few boat rides in that they can for the season. The season's about to be over, so everybody's putting on hoodies, and just going out. Nobody's gonna be swimming. You wouldn't want to swim in this water anyways, to be honest with you, but people do. Um, it's obviously safe enough for them to go out, so they wouldn't let people out there if it wasn't. For the most part, at least you would think, right? It's nice out here, man. It's getting a little cold though. I'm about to put my windbreaker on, but my hands are dirty and greasy, and it's a nice windbreaker. I might go throw on a hoodie or something instead. But I've been tinkering with my car, thinking about it, cleaning it up, trying to figure out, what it is I'm going to be doing next, and just making sure she's okay. I drive it every day, I'm in this car, I race it, I'm hard on this car. So it's important I'm constantly looking at things and inspecting things, making sure I'm not going to die out there, which I've always loved these style wheels, but fuck are they hard to detail, man. Like getting up in there, that's why my fingers are black too. Like getting up in there just to get all the fucking brake dust and grease is a bitch. But surprisingly, they're made in China. But these Touring rims, I really like them. I think I'm gonna keep them on here for a while. Um, get my use out of them. There's one piece CNC wheels, so they're strong. Um, no 15s. If I put 15s on here and got some real meat, some real racing tires, this car would drive a lot better, handle a lot better. If I would go smaller too, I would get more top speed. But with the 17s, it's a bigger tire. I can get a little bit more acceleration in a sense. Um, but I like the way she drives with the 17s right now. She's a good daily driver, and I want to tune her up a little bit, but I don't want to overboard it. You know what I mean? 200 plus is fast, but I want it to get there fast and snappy, but I want it to be reliable, which this car will. Listen, man, this car does a buck 60, no problem, reliably every day. And it's detuned. I'm almost positive it's detuned because the more I've been looking at it and stuff, I, I mentioned I might want to update the injectors, right? But I'm almost pretty sure that the injectors on this car are more than capable of doing what it is I need the motor to do. Or what I want it to do, right? For the channel, for the purpose of what it is I want to do with the car, which is chase storms and travel the country, document it, and be able to sleep in it with all my gear and whatnot, right? Basically be able to stomp on anything for the most part on the street that isn't purpose built, you know what I mean, for the strip. Obviously, anything purpose built for the strip is gonna eat this car. That's common sense. But that's not what this car is built for or will be built for. So, but I'm looking at the injectors and it's funny, right? It's the Ford injectors, right? And it says Doom, DOOMB, which I thought was funny. And I'm looking at the markings, right? Over here it says E. It almost looks like it says E88W something. So I'm almost positive that this car is that's ethanol capable, E85 capable injectors. I'm almost positive. This car, when I put the Turbo Blue in it, not only can I smell it, which smells great, by the way, it livens up right away. Like you can tell the difference. It sounds different. It acts different. It handles different. When you put Turbo Blue in other cars, right, that don't have a tune on them or whatnot, right, that don't have forced induction and whatnot, you won't really notice the difference in power too much. Not to the point where like this car wakens up immediately. I really believe this car might have a flex fuel sensor in it. I really do. Uh, I don't want to risk throwing E85 in there just yet because I don't know anything about the car. I don't have an actual OBD2 link to hook up to a laptop, nor do I have HP Tuner software or any type of machine just yet. I have tons of laptop gear. I have all that, but I don't have the change to throw at it just yet, right? So that's another issue I'm running into, nor do I know anybody that has it, so to speak. I do, in a sense, but I'm not friends with them or have done business with them yet, right? Um, I've had him, he's looked at the car, he's seen the car, but I don't think he really knew what this car is. He briefly looked at it, he said he was willing to work on it, but he has his own agenda. He runs Detroit Drifting Shop, over here in Livonia. And, he is a very busy man. He runs events and all that other stuff, something that I'm not really a part of. I would like to be a part of, which I will be a part of in a sense. I will be racing, by the way. I don't want to tell everybody necessarily what it is I'm going to be doing just yet. But I have things in mind, and people, we'll just leave it at that. So, but I really do believe she I really believe she has a flex fuel sensor in here, man. And if you look at all the stuff, right, like Ford, right? Ford. Look at this. This is factory, man. This is all factory. Look at all this. That's all factory. They never put this out on the street, sold this out. They never sold this publicly. You can never buy this car like this that I know of. If you can, please show me, tell me, because I would love to learn more about these cars. I'm trying to figure it all out, and I haven't really been on the internet that much yet, searching other than Wikipedia. But I've never seen a car built like this, and I know vehicles. I know things. You know what I mean? I understand how things are built. I build them. I invent things. I'm very intelligent. That's how I knew this car was very special. Then it had the Ford Racing on the top of the engine, right? And then it had all this different stuff on it. Equal length headers, right? It had the Ford fucking top piece on it, right? It had fucking the Speed Demon fucking, it had the Speed Demon fucking cap on it, all that stuff. And then when I throw the turbo blue in it, it wakens up like that. It really makes me believe there's a flex fuel sensor in here. And for it, I really believe those numbers mean something. I'm going to type them in on Google and see what pops up, which that's what I'm going to be doing the next few days. As I get the time, the chance to, right, is not only do I got to get my stuff in my storage unit and stuff, I got to start deep diving into this car. So you guys will be seeing that the next month or two. This car is going to be getting really dove into and start modifying stuff. As soon as I can get my stuff in the storage unit, get that paid off, right? Take care of all the, bills and whatnot, right? I can find somewhere I can possibly lay my head and get this car in a place where I can get it up in the air and whatnot. Find somebody that's willing to help me or help myself, right? I can find a place. It's not hard. It just takes time. That's where they're always in a rush. They're always in a rush. Listen, man, I have no problem sleeping in my car if I know that if I'm working towards something, right, at the end of the day or at the end of the week, at the end of the month, right, I have a goal set in mind. I know that if I put my mind to it, I'll have it, right? A car is a perfect way to get on your feet and have shelter over your head. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't understand why people are so ashamed of that. It's better than sleeping in someone's basement that is trying to tell me who I can have over, who I can't have over, when I have to come in, when I can't come in, when to take a shit, when I can't take a shit, if I'm being too loud, I'm not being too loud, all that bullshit. you're not doing the dishes, you're doing too much dishes. It's always something. This is why I'd rather be in the car, which I'm going to be documenting the country chasing storms anyways. I just didn't want to get thrown into it right away. I was trying to get the business established, organization established first. That's what my father agreed to help me with. That's what my two older two. I'm so frustrated with him. No, no, I do not. No, my car's perfectly fine. I'm doing a video on YouTube. I'm just hanging out. I appreciate you. Thank you. God bless you. Yeah. No, you're good. I appreciate you looking though. Thanks. You're good. You too. They're trashed. They're wasted. They're white girl wasted fishing over there. That's why his fender's all pushed in. They're one of those people that like to get drunk. He's probably sleazing around. Drinker. But no, back to what I was doing. I forgot what I was doing. Talking about. Awesome. This car. I'm pretty sure it does have E85 though. It can run E85. I'm almost positive. I really want to get this car done. Man, I hate when people cut me off like that. I mean, I appreciate her. I really do. But, I mean, you can kind of tell that I'm not broken down. I mean, at least you would, I don't know. Maybe I guess I look like a bum. Or I'm broken down. My car's broken down. Yeah, I'm irritated now because I totally forgot what I was talking about. I know it was something important. Talking about teaching something. But this car, for sure, all the markings on it, everything about the car, the way that's built, everything, the car has a lot of potential. You can just tell too, you know, when it gives up, like when it starts getting up in the higher RPM range, that it's built. You know, whoever put this together, they knew what they were doing. And I really believe it came out the factory like that. I really do. There's just too much Ford shit going on. It's too factory looking. You know, like look at the Ford Doom injector. Like I gotta look that up. I'm about to look that up and stuff and go smoke and go take you guys down this way. So this lake, there's several lakes that connect to the Huron River. It goes that way. You can camp down that way. There's a bunch of trails, all types of stuff. You can camp down there. It's cool down there. It's nice. I'm trying to picture it in my head. But if you go down here, there's like 3 lakes kind of. There's this body of water. Then you go under a bridge. There's another body of water that way. And then you go to the left. You go under another bridge. Then there's another body of water. It kind of curves around and goes all the way to Ford Lake, which supposedly these are man-made lakes. At one time, this used to be farmland, I guess, from what I know or heard of. And they flooded it and turned it into, you know, they rerouted the water in a sense. Supposedly, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. I was thinking about looking into it. If I had a purpose, but I do, you know, in a sense to learn. But supposedly you gotta watch for like trees down there, like whole logs and shit. Like people that be riding their boat through here, they hit logs all the time and put holes through their hulls type shit supposedly. So you gotta watch for like all the shallow parts and whatnot. And Ford Lake, I don't believe you can really ride your boat in Ford Lake. I'm not sure. I've never been over there. My brother a long time ago, the one brother I don't really care for, the one I despise of, he had a apartment back in the early 90s, or late 90s, I should say, early 2000s. That was on Ford Lake, and you could go down to the lake, and I don't even remember boats then. So, yeah. But I'm about to pack up and whatnot, clean up a little bit, upload this video, and then see what I can go find that way. Go record for y'all, for myself, reminisce a little bit.